We're going to show you really what we feel is kind of the cornerstone of our event today. We've talked to you about how we're going to share stories of people that we helped. And Brad, we mentioned the word keep and keeping the promise. And maybe the best story recently that epitomizes that is about a young man named Cade.
Exactly. It comes from our longest running program, the Patient Care Fund. And Cade is just an upstanding young man whose dream has always been to serve his country.
Absolutely. Cade lives in the Sherwood area. Great young man. His dream, as Brad said, was to serve the military, and it looked like that dream was going to get cut short a few months ago. So we're going to go ahead and roll tape, and you're going to just learn a little bit about this young man and how he benefited from your support.
I've been interested in the military for honestly as long as I can remember. In middle school, I'd put on a super heavy backpack and play Army in the backyard and try to hold a fake gun and do dive rolls and act like I was getting shot at and stupid stuff when I was a little kid, but it was what I wanted to do. I went to basic training at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. It was hot the whole time we were there. It was miserable. You go outside, we'd wake up at 4:45 in the morning and go outside at 5:15 and it was already hot, humid, and sweaty. It was fun. It was a good time. I wish I was still there. I wish I could still be there. I had to get a flying class physical for the job that I was going into, and when they did the topography scan, they discovered that I had some super early stages of keratoconus, which I didn't even know what it was. When I got told that I had to leave the military for something that I was told at that time was not treatable and that I was pretty much going to go blind, it was just like my stomach just dropped. I didn't know how to feel. I was just so out of it and sad and just so confused because I was pursuing what I wanted to do, and then literally in 1 minute it was just completely shot down, and I wasn't able to tell my family this is happening with me, I'm coming home, that type of thing for a while until it was a few days after that I was able to tell them my dreams for 1 second, and then the next second it was just everything is just gone. The Lions Club is helping me progress towards hopefully getting back into the military, which would not be possible if I wasn't able to get this cured. It was my great-grandpa, it was my grandma's dad in Texas. His name was Roy Orr. He was a pretty big politician in Texas. He was pretty widely known throughout Texas, at least. He was the head of the Lions Club in Texas, which is just crazy that they ended up being the ones that are helping me with this whole process, because I just never knew until this actually happened. My dad told me, oh, your grandpa was the head of the Lions Club in Texas.
We're doing corneal college and cross-linking today, and the reason we're doing that is to stiffen this patient's cornea. He has a condition called keratoconus, and it's a condition where the cornea can start to bulge forward. It's much like if you had a thin spot on a tire or a basketball, it's going to bulge forward in that spot, and this procedure of cross-linking can stiffen the cornea and help that to not progress any further, and even in some cases get a little bit of reversal. And so it's a procedure that takes about an hour and a half. It's been done for decades, originally in Dresden, Germany. In Oregon, I did the first case about 8 or 9 years ago as part of a research study. And it's been FDA approved now for about 3 years, which is really helpful for patients like Cade who have keratoconus. And what we're going to do first is remove the front surface of the eye, the epithelial layer, so that the riboflavin drops that we'll put on next can penetrate into the eye. And once the eye is soaked in this riboflavin mixture, we'll use a special UV light to activate it, which causes a chemical reaction that stiffens that cornea. And his cornea should heal over the next week, and the vision will get back to where it was by about a month, and then hopefully continue to improve for up to 3 months to a year.
I couldn't give any more thanks to the Lions Club and the people who donate and change my life forever by being able to provide this procedure for me, because this is going to affect my life for years to come in a very positive way.